Welcome back to the VYBE Guys Podcast. I'm Brandon.
I'm Aaron.
I'm Jaron.
Hello, Brandon, and we are the VYBE Guys. What's going on over there?
Shoddy. I'm sorry.
Damn it. How's everybody doing, huh?
Doing good, man.
You know, how's everybody been?
I'm good. There's a title defense happening on this
I'm
episode.
feeling fresh.
Oh, you feeling fresh?
I'm feeling fresh over here, boys. The 19-time Predictions champion is putting it on the line for Backlash, gentlemen. How we feeling over there?
You know, we're feeling good. It's time for a title change.
Yes, it is. It's time for that.
You've been holding it
back
down.
with
I'm
me.
okay with that. Just so I can bring it back for the 28th time.
You know, I have the opportunity to make history here.
Go ahead.
It could have happened during WrestleMania weekend, but it didn't happen. I could become VYBE's first ever triple champion on this channel.
Will not be triple
after
crown.
this weekend. So
crown.
fingers crossed, we'll see. But you know, hey, fresh meat.
Fresh meat.
Fresh meat.
That seemed a little fake, but you know what? We'll skip past that.
No. Shawty wishes you the best of luck.
Motherfucker. We'll never get past it. We'll just never do it.
Oh,
never
man.
do it.
Well, yeah, Backlash is this weekend. All
Wow.
right, Saturday we got 5 matches on the card, and yes, your title is on the line. Which one do we want to predict first?
Let's start with Pat versus Gunther.
Pat and the Goons. Okay.
Pat and the Goons. Who we got?
Surprisingly, like, good promo work between the two of them. Pat McAfee could talk.
Yeah, he can.
Oh my God.
Yeah, McAfee held it down on that promo.
He works the crowd perfectly. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I'm actually looking forward to the match. I'm not gonna lie.
It's been a minute since he's wrestled, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
The WrestleMania, right?
Was it Theory?
Yes.
I think with 38.
39.
Oh, okay.
He had
He
like
did
a-
Hollywood. He did Hollywood.
Yeah, it was like
shit.
real
Okay,
brief
okay.
though. I forgot who he faced. It might have been Miz. Maybe. I don't know.
Miz.
Do you remember? Miz.
What?
Who Pat wrestled at 39?
At 39?
Yeah.
Theory?
Theory was 38.
Oh. 39?
Yeah, who the fuck did he wrestle? I don't know if it was like a super long match or anything, but
Well, he technically had 2 matches on 38.
Oh, yeah, true.
He did like a quick match.
That's why we got the football.
it was
and
awesome.
2K.
It was Miz.
Oh, it was Miz?
At 39, yeah.
Yeah. All right, bet.
Every time I think about the Miz at WrestleMania, I think about Shane McMahon.
It was
Oh, my God.
It was the it was that impromptu shit. You're right. Yeah, it was.
Pat McAfee is 2-1 at WrestleMania. Anybody want to tell me who beat him?
Was it?
Oh yeah. There's a reason why we have a football in 2K
there
video
sure is.
games.
Yeah, that's right. Vince McMahon.
Hey.
The only win over Pat.
Of course, he had to.
Jaron, why don't you go first?
Cool, because I'm picking Pat McAfee to beat Gunther at Backlash. I'm banking on a disqualification or Goldberg coming out and Gunther's beating Pat McAfee up so bad that there's, I don't know, maybe a ref bump or something like that. And Gunther and Goldberg have to face for a reason. Maybe like Goldberg spears the shit out of Gunther and Pat McAfee crawls his little ass over and puts an arm on him to cover him for a shock victory that'll set up a future match between the two. I'm going Pat McAfee by shenanigans.
Wow, that's bold.
Aaron.
I'm gonna go with the good sir. I'm gonna go with Gunther. I think Gunther is gonna kill Pat McAfee. I think he's getting written off.
Cool.
I also think Pat McAfee is going to die, so I have Gunther.
All right. That will be 3 for the good sir.
I don't doubt, by the way, that Pat's gonna die in this match. I'm just saying he ends up with the W in his column. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I like your thought process. I like your idea because like that can easily happen. However, I feel like the Triple Crown will elude you because of Pat McAfee.
Okay.
Oh,
Perhaps we'll
Yo,
see.
imagine it's Pat. Oh my God.
All I need is for them to beat
Pat
him up
just-
a little too much. Sometimes they like to ring the bell just because they're kicking ass way too hard. You know what I mean? And I think this might be one of those occasions. Ref bump, Goldberg.
Christ.
You know what I'm saying?
Fucking Goldberg. Yo, stay away.
Nah, fucking Pat just wins clean. You know what I mean? Like,
Makes him tap.
Just
fucking
beat
good
him.
gooner.
Just beat him, yeah.
All right, the next match. We got Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
When she comes crashing down and it hurts inside. Becky Lynch. So I almost did a Jaren Pat McAfee instance here, but I think it will be. I'm gonna go with Lyra. I'm gonna go with Bird Person. I think Bailey is the shenanigans. I think Bailey will help because she's been talking a lot. She called Bailey, I think, trash at least 45 times in her promo on Monday. Yep. So, and she referred to Lyra as recycling. So give me a retention of the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
I'm going to go with Becky Lynch on this one. I do think we're getting a title change. I think, you know what, I'm going to say that. But yes, I think Becky Lynch.
I went with Lyra Valkyria as well. Same with Brent's point. I think Bailey cost Becky.
Yeah.
And I think eventually it's going to go to a triple threat or something. So
okay.
Yeah, I like that.
I too have gone with Lyra Valkyria. I think she's got a lot of flavor on her lately. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah, a lot of
For
flavor
sure.
on her. A lot of paprika. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, and I just think it'd be a mistake taking it off her. I think the obvious thing is to what you laughing at over there? Paprika. You know, she got some seasoning. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that I think it'd be a mistake to take the title off her right now. I think the obvious thing is for Becky to win, and I think you're right. Bailey would probably have some kind of play into the fact of Becky losing. Yeah. So yeah, Lyra Valkyria.
I agree. I think it would be a bad choice, but I think they're going to go with the obvious choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would just love. I mean, I feel like if it is going to change hands, I would love for Bailey to be the one to do it. Just because I feel like Bailey already has a lot of accomplishments, and so does like Becky, and I feel like they're kind of having like this rivalry with like accolades. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because remember that promo way back when she was like, "You never main event WrestleMania, have you? You know, I mean, like I feel like they're gonna have that kind of thing.
Okay.
So I would not be shocked if Becky Hogan does it.
You know, we'll have to wait and see. But
Back.
but we do have another Intercontinental Championship match on this card. Dirty Dominic Mysterio. So dirty. Versus Penta.
I'm like 50-50 on it.
You in the middle on this.
Yeah.
It's not a super predictable card. I think Becky Lyra is a little. I know we all, for the most part, pick Lyra, but I think that's a pretty unpredictable match for the most part. So this one, I think, is kind of in that same ballpark, which is interesting because I didn't think this card would really have that feeling. But, yeah.
You know, Aaron, why don't you go first?
I'll go first. I think Dirty Dom retains. I think I was split for a second, 50-50 because of the Finn Balor situation. But I feel like they're slow burning the shit out of that. So I think Dom retains. Eventually sets up for Dom Finn, maybe SummerSlam. You know? So I think I do think Dom retains. But for a second, I was like thinking about Finn. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I will join you, good sir. I do think Dominic Mysterio will retain. I think one IC champion retains, one IC champion loses.
Oh, you know. Okay.
That's good. Damn it. Give me Dirty Dominic Mysterio. So dirty. I think it's just way too early. Like, I pray to God they just don't pull the trigger now and do it to him. I think SummerSlam is the right call if they were to take it off him, just because, you know, Liv not being around makes sense. So there is like a sneaky suspicion because that smooth operator is walking around, and Penta definitely deserves the IC title, but not yet.
So I, too, have gone for Dominic Mysterio. However, actually, now that we're all kind of talking about it, I don't know. I feel like there is a slight chance Penta could win.
Absolutely.
Triple H has long championship reign syndrome right now, and I feel like maybe this would be an opportunity to get out of that. I'm not saying like Dom has to or needs to or should lose a championship right now, but I mean, it's Penta. You know what I mean? So I don't think I'd be mad at it either way. And I feel like Dom can't win without interference, but also the other two matches I predicted on here have interference, you know, in my prediction. So I don't know where to not put interference on this show. But I gotta just go with my gut and go Dominic Mysterio for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just too early. You
Yeah.
know, the people are loving Dom.
Yeah.
He's so dirty.
He's so dirty.
He's such a dirty boy.
Watch your ass.
All right, the next match on the card: Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight versus Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre for the United States Championship.
Do you wanna start us off?
I'll take it off.
Yeah.
Everybody ready?
Okay.
All right, let's
do
go with the Fat. I think Jacob Fatu retains his United States Championship. I do want Drew McIntyre to win just for the small chance because I think the U.S. title is the only thing keeping him from being a Grand Slam champion. I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, I think the U.S. title is the only one. But Jacob Fatu is retaining.
My prototype.
I take Jacob.
Talk about that small chance. I'm taking it. Give me Drew McIntyre. Give me Grand Slam champion. I think Solo Sikoa shenanigans. I think this sets up for SummerSlam. I think this is the time.
Okay.
I think this is the time for the long, slow build for SummerSlam. You cost me this. Yaramin. So give me Drew.
When you've been in that box, you know what I'm saying? Do you want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going for Jacob Fatu. I don't know. I feel like Solo and Jacob could be for the title. I could even see Solo taking it off of him weirdly, maybe. But yeah, I feel like just like Dominic, it's too early. It feels weird me not booking me not predicting a title change on the show at all. There's 4 championship matches, but yeah, Jacob.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes. Same thing. The 2. I think it'd be too soon to take it off of him. I feel like he might hold on to the U.S. title for a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think so. So lock it in.
Lock it in. And last but not least, Randy Orton versus John Cena for the WWE Championship.
Do we all have to go one at a time on this one?
I think we get 3, 2, 1.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely 3, 2, 1.
Hell yeah.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
John Cena.
Randy. I'm just kidding. John Cena.
Yeah, I think
Scene.
it's the most predictable one in a good way. You know.
No, I mean, because he's saying.
He wrote down. He wrote down Cena. Man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this will be a great match. What else can we say? I mean, this is our childhood.
Right.
Potentially for the last time ever, which makes me sad. So I'll really enjoy sitting down and watching this match. If I don't see one AA transition to an RKO for the last time, I'll be pretty upset. But I would really, that's a bucket list thing. I would love to see John Cena start the match and slap the ref in the face and try to get away with what Randy did years ago. But it doesn't happen. I want to see that callbacks. I want to see so many callbacks. They have so many opportunities to have so many callbacks in this match that I hope they at least touch on at least a couple of them. So
I'm kind of hoping they go the Edge versus Randy route from like the COVID mania, where it's like the greatest match ever, but they're just like you said, going through their history and running shit back.
Yeah.
Finishers out the gate. Yeah, I want to see it all.
Yeah, I feel like that match definitely needs that. Because like based on Cena and Randy's history, their matches have been kind of just, you know, they've been like, you know what I mean? So hopefully with this being one of the final ones, they put on. I would like that too. Yeah. Yep.
Give me 3 RKOs and then hit Fiend live on the speaker. Bring out Travis Scott. Have him hit Randy Orton with his own RKO, and I don't know.
That's not the cactus cutter.
I hope that this match ends clean. I know that's not like Cena's thing. Clean. I know it's not Cena's like thing right now. You know what I mean? Because he's a heel. But it's just like after Mania, it's just left kind of a bad taste in my mouth. So I need this championship run to officially start off with Cena just kicking ass as a bad guy. Hopefully that starts at Backlash. We'll see.
Random fun fact for you: WWE uploaded a TikTok the other day of how many times John Cena has been RKO'd by Randy Orton. I want you to guess how many times Randy has RKO'd that man.
it was a lot. I watched it, but I didn't see the counter. Was there a counter on it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. It has to be in the 50s.
Okay.
In a whole career, I mean, they both been around the kind of the same times, and it might not even just be like in a match; it could just be RKO'd, like whatever. I'm gonna say 72.
Damn. What do you think?
Price is right the shit out of them.
Let's go. Give me.
Give me 73.
I'm gonna go with 64.
Oh.
Brent was the closest. 41 times.
Oh, okay. It's actually
41.
way less than I thought it was.
Damn.
Gonna be.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be, phew.
That's still a lot, though.
I ain't selling that, brother.
All right, what's this main event time looking like for Randy Orton versus John Cena?
How do we know that's
You know, wild guess.
You're telling me, you never know Gunther versus Pat McAfee.
That could tear the house down.
Give me Goldberg. All right. I don't have anything to base this off of. You know what I mean? How the hell am I supposed to know? I'm just gonna whatever.
All right, Jaron, what is your main event time?
I am going for 22 minutes and 1 second.
Fucking guy, bro. lose it. I'm a fucking lose
Did you do 22?
I'm a lose it.
You got to do the seconds. I've always done the seconds because then I avoid doing what happened to you, I guess.
Oh my God. Well, yeah. 22 minutes for me. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and
That's
get that.
unreal.
How do you do this? That's the second time that's happened. That's so funny. I just feel like it's not going to be too long. I have kind of a thing where I guess like 30 minutes or something like that, but Cena's like old now, and he can't go longer than a little while. WrestleMania was like, what, 15 minutes maybe or something like that?
It was like 20. It was low 20.
Well, there you go. And, they're going to go slow enough maybe to get to 22. 22:01 specifically. Thank you.
I'm going 25-25.
Damn it.
It's funny.
I don't want to
24.
hear damn it from you.
I have a
22:01.
3-minute threshold, but all right. That's cool.
Speaking of 3-minute thresholds, 28 minutes flat.
Oh,
I think
okay,
this one's
okay.
longer just because they're in St. Louis. It's Randy Orton's hometown. They're going to give him time.
Okay.
I think a lot of shenanigans, and I think a lot. It's Orton and Cena. I think that they're both old school, slow, tell a story. And I feel like it might even bleed down to the crowd bullshit. So I'm banking on it goes longer if I'm still in it because I took Drew. So that's my shot in the dark is Drew McIntyre. Your shot in the dark is Becky.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have shots over there, or is it just like similar retentions?
I took Pat. So if Pat doesn't
Okay.
win, I can't even beat you, I don't think. Because I don't think we'll...
So Aaron played the retention route, right, with everything.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Aaron probably has like the safest.
Yeah, I got
prediction.
Gunther,
For sure.
Lyra, Dom, Fott, and Sane.
Okay.
we have the same
Yeah.
except for the first one. So if it depends on the first
22:01.
one. Yeah,
You motherfucker.
Sorry.
You can read your mind.
If there's one shenanigans pulled here, you have a good shenanigan, you have a good shenanigan, and I have an interesting shenanigan.
Let's go, Pat.
So, yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
Pat
yeah.
McAfee, baby.
Yeah. You guys do have different things in different matches.
All of us
so
have
that's
one shot,
interesting.
and yours is the most likely because of fucking
I could 100% see Becky winning.
Becky Hogan.
Like
dude.
I would kind of like Lyra to retain, but I
too.
feel like there's got to be one title change on this card because I feel like Triple H is aware of holding championships until like the big four. So I feel like he's gonna want to swerve some people.
what if Bailey cost Lyra?
Yeah.
Like
could
I mean,
happen.
like what if
No, it could happen.
that'd be that would be out of nowhere, I think.
It could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything's possible, but if Becky's calling her trash or shit. You know what I mean? Like she's calling her trash, and you give her the title. Like, what are you doing?
I just fear that, not even in a bad way. I just fear that Becky comes back, she's winning a title. I know she just won the women's tag, but she held it for a cup of coffee, so she's coming back for a title.
Keep your coffee, dude. I'm sick of it.
And I feel like they're gonna want to like legitimize the Intercontinental Women's Championship.
Oh,
So
no, dude, Lyra's. I like her run a
Same.
lot. I think that's like a hot topic, but I think she's killing it, and I want to see more of her. I think like Io Sky and Lyra are low key my favorite women's wrestlers right now. Well, that's besides Chelsea Green, but she's kind of getting shafted right now. But yeah, dude. And then Drew McIntyre. I don't know. I just have a gut feeling that this brother's due for a championship run, and I think he could do a lot of good with the United States Championship run. I think Fatu can be really good on his own without the championship right now because he's already hot as hell. So, yeah, give me the Drewski. So,
Okay.
I think Drew's a good pick too, for the same reason. I just figured out the other day that he's one away from being Grand Slam, so I can
didn't-
see it.
I didn't know that
He
either.
deserves it. He
I didn't
deserves
know-
that too.
Yeah, he
100%.
does.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
That's Backlash.
Do we want to do any bold predictions for a point, or do we want to leave it?
Bold predictions for a point.
Just like an extra thing, like we predict something crazy happening, and if it happens, great. If it doesn't, no penalty or anything.
Yeah, no penalty if you get it wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna have to think about this one for a second.
Oh, I thought you had an easy. Like, okay.
I'm gonna. My bold prediction is that Cody Rhodes comes back at the end of Cena versus Orton, and he wants a rematch. This would be my bold prediction.
Cody Rhodes' return is your bold prediction. Okay.
Because I don't necessarily feel like he will return until like a SmackDown. So that's gonna be my bold prediction.
Interesting.
So if somebody says it, we can't say it again.
Nah, no piggybacking.
All right. Don't make me snipe it.
I don't know. It's hard. Look, this card is so like weird. WrestleMania feels like it was like a second ago. You know what I mean? We're already having
All right, my bold prediction is Goldberg returns and stares off
funny. I was
against
thinking about
Gunther.
that. I was thinking
You're
about
welcome. I'm taking Goldberg comes back for a stare off.
well, shit.
That's why I was looking at you the entire time, like, all right, if we
You know
say
what I'm
it.
going with? Bailey comes back. No, I'm playing.
That'd be
I'm
good.
doing that shit.
That's fucking.
I mean, I would.
I don't know.
I feel like it's bold enough because
I don't
I
know.
also feel like Bailey comes back during like a Raw.
I feel like.
That's not bold.
Would you guys be cool if I did I know I locked Dom in, but if I did a bold prediction for Finn costing Dom, would that be okay, or would that kind of contradict the pick?
No, I think that's okay because
That's cool.
I chose Gunther to win, and choosing Goldberg to return kind of contradicts that, to be honest. However, it could obviously happen after the bell rings. So
Yeah.
I would allow that to happen because Finn turning now would be pretty shocking, to be honest with you. So
Would you be cool with that? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
no,
I'm trying to think of
I
something.
will
Okay.
allow that because that is actually a very big, like, oh my god, like holy shit.
Okay. I'm
Fiend,
on,
you know?
Okay, I'll say the undisputed, not like you can't debate on it, match of the night is going to be Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. Not the Fatal 4-Way, not Dom, Penta. I'm going to say it's the Women's Intercontinental Championship match.
Oh, match of the night.
That is going to be the match of the night.
Okay. I like that.
All right, yeah. So you said like undisputed, like it's not even close.
We all have to pretty much agree, like a almost unanimous agreement
Over the main event.
over the main event.
All
Yep.
right,
I'm
yeah,
cool with that.
I'll take that hands down because there's no fucking way it's beating Cena Orton.
Because I feel like the Fatal 4-Way is gonna be the match of the night. So I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Interesting.
No. What
Interesting.
y'all know about Pat and Gunther? Match of the night.
I feel like Dom and Penta. There's a lot of match of the
Dom,
night
Penta.
potential.
Yeah.
But they've been killing it with the multi-man matches recently. So
Hey, I kind of like the card. This could, like, the reason I do is because, like, I know it kind of seems thrown together, like, last minute for Backlash, but those are usually the best type of cards,
Yeah.
best type of matches. So, hopefully that happens. Hopefully everything just bangs.
yeah, no, I feel like this card is a lot of fun for real. Like you said, it seems like it was thrown together last minute, but I feel like they had this plan for a little bit. What you thinking?
No, just this asshole writing on his whiteboard going W and new.
Clip it.
Got to put it out in the universe. you know?
I have no idea who's walking out with this championship, by the way. This predictions title. It could literally go any one of us.
It's okay if I lose it. It will be back. I'm not worried at all.
Who's held it the second most?
I've only held it one time, so maybe it's probably Aaron.
Yeah, I held it a couple times, I think.
Okay.
I think like 2 or 3.
Yeah,
I think.
only
I
held
think.
it
What's
twice.
so unfortunate for Brandon is like we had the exact same card at SummerSlam and time just sniped him. Like he had a perfect card and so did I. I'll never forget that night.
These predictions be spot on. The time, however, we gonna get that.
The Aaron gets. I'm talking about time getting sniped. That brother steady getting sniped.
Fucking 2201.
That's the second time I think I got you by 1 second.
Man.
You gotta play chess. You gotta think what he's thinking about and then top that.
You got to go 2 next time.
No, next time we do predictions, I'm on seconds.
There you go.
No, I am on seconds. Like, it's Thanksgiving, brother. I'm telling you. Right now. All right. So, guys, Raw was pretty sweet. The main event for Raw was awesome. That was a classic Monday Night Raw main event. People running in, shenanigans happening, banging match. By the way, there were so many times that I was looking over at Jaren when shit would happen. Like, oh, are they really about to pull the trigger on Seth? Like, you never know sometimes, right? So like that was interesting. We had Punk run in, we had Sammy run in. Braun was doing his thing.
Dude, that main event was fucking awesome.
Braun Breaker, dude. he's backstage.
He was looking confused.
Seth Rollins talking about winning the title, and Braun's like, "Wow, Seth Rollins, World Heavyweight Champion." And then Paul's like doing this 5-minute monologue as to why it's smart that they're doing this, like as if they're not trying to get the World Championship anyway. And Braun's sitting there like, yeah. He's just like a meathead sidekick now, and it's very funny to me. And whatever. No, he's awesome. But
the dog's not barking, the pussy's meowing.
oh my! No, that match was incredible. By the way, I bit on so many of those near falls. Jay hitting a spear and a splash, and Rollins kicking out was awesome.
I thought it was over right there.
I thought once that happened, I was convinced Rollins was going to win the championship.
Same.
They did all these finishers and all the, curb stomp's one of the most protected finishers in the company, and Jay kicks out of it. Then the spear, they had the splash, and Rollins kicked out. I said, damn. Shawty might win the title. but yeah, man. Shout out to CM Punk. Where are we going with this storyline, by the way? Are we getting like sorry. Are we getting Punk and Sammy versus Seth and Braun at some point? Yeah?
Yeah.
When is that? What's the next pay-per-view after Backlash?
Money in the Bank.
It's like actually Money in the Bank? There's no like
Not that I know.
June one? Okay.
June is Money in the Bank.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
It's gonna be in Los Angeles.
I wish we can go to Los Angeles. That'd be nice. Hey, let's talk about these SummerSlam prices, by the way.
Jesus
I've been to the
Christ.
last 10 SummerSlams. I'm like, cool, we're going to go to number 11 this year. And, oh, my God. The back row of the lower level section is $700 a pop.
That's gross.
You got to be out your effing mind.
I feel like that just has to be the stadiums at this point because we were looking at Money in the Bank the other day, like tickets and
the
like
back row was $250.
third row was like what $2,000 and some few hundred or something.
Yeah, like it was so weird too, because like some of the seats in like row 1 by like the barricade is like $6,000, but if you sit in row 2, it's $2,000. Why would I sit? Why would I sit?
They're just doing shit, bro.
You know,
I don't get it. Yeah, I mean, the 2-night thing as well, I guess, has a factor in it. They just want to use that as an excuse to bump it up to $18 million. But yeah, well, I mean, you have to go to both. Well, who's going to go to one night of SummerSlam? They know what they're doing.
they know exactly.
what they're doing. What else happened on Raw, though? Did anything important happen on Raw? We talked about the Lyra Becky stuff. I think Lyra's been killing on the microphone, by the way.
Yeah. Lyra has definitely stepped up her game from like when last year when we were talking about her. So yeah, Lyra definitely is starting to come into her own.
I liked Paul's crash out at the beginning of the show.
Oh my God, bro. He was spitting all over me, bro, through the television. That shit was nasty as hell.
Dude, Jay popped the hell out of me. He's like, what the hell that got to do with me?
he goes, are you okay? Yeah, and I was a little down. I don't know if we didn't do a podcast last week, right? We didn't talk about last week's Raw. I didn't like last week's Raw at all. I just broke the eraser on this marker. Awesome. Fantastic. No, I wasn't.
Last week's Raw.
Tighten up.
Yeah, sorry, I got to tighten up. I don't know, like the Seth and Braun dynamic and like the Sami Zayn storyline that they did, where like throughout the episode of like, hey, you're gonna go to SmackDown. It just felt like kind of random and like out of nowhere to me. I feel like this long-term booking thing that we do, where we bring up stuff from like 8 months ago. I'm like, I don't remember this. You know what I'm saying? 18 other things have happened since Becky and Bayley were feuding a year ago. That doesn't connect with me at all. You know what I'm saying? We're bringing up stuff from a year or two ago that I'm supposed to like give a shit about. Like, I don't know. It just seems so random. Seth and Sammy, I don't even remember them beefing on television. You remember it though, yeah?
Yeah, I was going to say that's what's so interesting about long-term storytelling like that, the way Triple H does it, because like when Sammy came out and like interrupted Seth, like I popped because I did remember all the stuff that they were teasing however many months ago. I do think that's a problem. They do it too long sometimes, or like people can forget. But in this instance, I popped because I was like, oh, finally, like we're telling this story. Like, so yeah, that's really all I have to say about that.
Yeah, it's not like the worst product in the world or anything like that, because I'm still really enjoying the weekly shows. Raw specifically, SmackDown.
Yeah, my God.
Oh man. They're going back to 2 hours though, I believe.
Thank God.
In June. What do you guys think about that? I actually never really minded the 3-hour Raws ever. It was always like, it was never fantastic during the Vince stuff, but I don't know. 3 hours never bothered me during Mondays, but SmackDown it's killing me.
Yeah, I feel like 3-hour Raws just kind of works. I don't know why. They just have more star power. That might be why, but I don't feel like Raw drags. At least not anymore. Back in like 2019, that bitch was dragging sometimes, I just don't think SmackDown is ever a show that needs to be 3 hours when we already have a 3-hour Raw. Like, I feel like that's another thing that makes SmackDown drag. What do you think?
But SmackDown?
Yeah, SmackDown being 3 hours.
Oh, I don't watch SmackDown. I watch the highlights, to be honest with you. I don't know. Dude, I don't know. I hate to say it out loud, but it's kind of getting a little stale. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's a lot of the product is getting pretty stale for me, which sucks. I get excited around Mania time because like that's when a lot of stories are building. But for some reason, this year feels weird. Like I'm so invested in the Cena farewell tour that a lot of it's kind of just like bothering me a little bit. Like I love the wrestlers and stuff that they brought in, but I expect consistency, and a lot of the consistency has not been there for me, which blows. Because bro, like I've been watching more Raw and SmackDown than I ever have in my entire life. And just I don't know. It just I will say, I just like kind of like piggybacking off the Raw thing. I think Rusev needs Lana. Is that weird to think?
No, I don't think that's weird.
Because like, man, like I love like his I love him as a wrestler. Like they do that 360 spinning back heel kick shit like Umaga does. Like he's a great wrestler, but I feel like what made him was like somebody telling him to crush, and him telling himself to crush kind of bothers me a lot. Like I don't know why, but it's just an ick I have. And I don't know. It's just,
that's fair.
Yeah, right. And I don't know. Yeah. What'd you say?
Shawty want to crush. Shawty want to crush.
Bottles in the club. I don't know. I'm gonna admit that I'm like, I don't know. I've been watching like recent WrestleManias, like probably in the the Vince era, and I don't know. There's something about like the product that I kind of like miss from that. Like a lot of it, to be honest with you, not like the uber fucked up shit, but like a lot of the storytelling was a lot better. So hopefully Paul finds his flow with some shit, because I feel like after WrestleMania 40, it's been kind of just like going slowly downhill. I don't know if I'm alone in that or not. It's just I don't know. I kind of miss a lot of the older era.
I think one positive about Vince's time booking things is that it was more unpredictable. Sometimes that wasn't always good, but I think Triple H tends to fall into like, oh, I kind of see where this is going, but I'm still excited about it. But Vince would keep me on my toes because like he was insane. So I do miss the unpredictability of Vince's booking sometimes.
I will say I love the production value nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love the production value. It's so much better. It's so good. I love the feeling of it. But I don't know, man. Like there's a lot of people I just don't believe in wrestling right now, which is so shitty to say. But like there's a lot of professional wrestlers I just don't believe in when they're like trying to tell me a story. There's a lot of them that do, but then they get shafted. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm starting to finally like get behind their character, and then all of a sudden it's gone. Like I'm like, damn, well, I wanted to see that run and it's gone. And then we're pushing people down my throat that I don't really give two shits about, to be honest with you. So it's
Like Braun Breaker. God, go ahead. Come on. Come on this side. You know what I'm saying?
oh, Braun.
Yeah.
Great wrestler.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you just got like a, Batista light. And I'm not.
My issue right now with WWE, this is my only issue for real, is the star power in the men's division specifically. I think the women's division is doing fine, NXT especially. But even on all three shows, I think there's no like stars. And I think the only top guys, because I mean, Jey Uso, while he's like a megastar right now, I don't think he's like the top guy on the show. You know what I'm saying? I think most of them are only there like a little bit of the time. CM Punk, Roman Reigns, John Cena, even people like Randy Orton, will come out every couple weeks or so. So it's just like, and we got Rollins and Cody. Cody not even on TV right now, so it's like Rollins. You know what I mean? And I feel like, and I don't know, I just, like you said, I don't really believe a lot of other people that are like, I don't believe Logan's going to take the title off Jay. You know what I'm saying? And that's like a main event championship storyline.
Yeah.
SmackDown especially doesn't have any. They got 2 hours worth of stars on a 3-hour show.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I just think that we need to start building more people up, because the people that we've built up and put all our chips in are never there.
Yeah.
Never.
No,
You know what I
deadass.
mean? So, yeah.
I get that, bro. Like, and just, I understand we've kind of been getting used to it, like back in the day with like, like Brock Lesnar and shit barely showing up and as the champion and like not performing and shit. But even like Cody's run, right? Like he had great PLEs. Like no one can deny that. I loved his run. However, like I felt like that brother barely defended the title on like Raws or SmackDowns or anything like that in between. He did that occasionally, but I feel like it was just like, what do we want to talk about? And then he just like spew for like 10, 15 minutes on some shit. And it's just like, okay. But it's like, I felt like back, like I missed the, correct me if I'm wrong, but I missed the time frame when that bitch was getting defended every other fucking Raw, and there was a stipulation to it. I hate in wrestling now that we have to wait for stipulation matches for PLEs.
Yeah.
Like bring more of that shit back. I know there's an injury risk to it, but like if you got these world class athletes, they should be able to protect themselves. You know what I mean? Like it's frustrating as shit that I can't get invested in something that I want to get invested so bad, but they just don't. They put their chips in, like you said, but they just never close the fucking deal.
Like they literally said on Raw that Jay versus Rollins for the world title was the first time the world title has been defended on Raw in 7 months. Oof. That's gross, bro.
More, bro. Bring it.
And it's such a like double-edged sword because on one hand, that got me really like locked in for the match. I'm like, okay, this is the first time it's been on in 7 months. I'm excited. Plus, Jay versus Seth. I was looking forward to it. But like you said, I missed when the world title was defended often on either Raw or SmackDown. The title only got to change hands, but
Let me ask you a question. Was that a WrestleMania worthy match?
Jay versus Seth?
If that was on a Mania, would you be satisfied?
Honestly, yeah.
You've had a finish.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
I agree. I think that was Mania quality, and you had it on a fucking Netflix show. More of that. I feel like they have the power to do so. Like the agents, I feel like they pull back. And what pisses me off, they pulled back a couple of times during Mania. Don't do that. Like especially like that's why I think we're so frustrated with the Logan AJ match, especially because they had so much fucking like ability, just star power in general in that match, and you just pull back. Like just give me what I want, damn it, on the Batista shit. Give me what I want, and you bastards are holding back on me. Like I don't know what it is like within the system. Like I don't know too much, but it's frustrating the shit out of me because I'm getting to that point where it's like, okay, yep. Kind of getting repetitive. I already kind of have a feeling what's going to happen on Raw. Like, I want to be so locked into where, like, they're drawing me to come here. Like, I don't give a fuck about a contract signing. I don't give a fuck about a promo. I don't give a fuck. I want you to defend that bitch against somebody who could potentially take it off you a lot of the time. Like, I don't want to be at a fucking live event either. I feel like they do that shit at live events.
Yeah, they do.
Like, hey, come to this live event because they're facing each other. Like, cool. Now I know you're not losing the title. I want more unpredictability. I want people to lose titles at live events.
Yeah.
I want live event title swaps. I want people to be so invested in live events to come because there will be a title that will change hands. Like, oh shit, I should start showing up.
Yeah, that hasn't happened in a long time.
Especially since they have like more titles within that bitch. Switch that bitch up sometimes, man. Especially the tag titles. If you're going to disrespect the tag division like that, make those titles change hands at live events.
I mean, yeah.
I think Samoa Joe was the last person where a title switched hands.
And that brother's in a different company and been there for years.
Was that the U.S. title?
I'm
I
pretty
think it was
sure-
NXT.
It was at Madison Square, wasn't it?
I think so.
Styles won the title at MSG, I think, the U.S. title.
Okay, was that live event?
that
Yeah.
was a while
okay, never mind.
Okay, but
yeah,
still,
it's been a minute,
either way, I know we're not smoking dick. I'm pretty sure that there was something like that along the lines. Either way,
it's been a minute.
I just want the main roster to do what NXT's doing. That's what I want them to do. I want them to like make me want to watch and do like a whole bunch of swervy shit and like think outside the box. I feel like, Sean's in his bag, and I feel like Paul could get in that same bag. But I feel like he's being complacent. Pull the fucking trigger, brother. Like I want more titles on the line. I want people I want storylines to be good without a title being involved. That's what I want. I feel like that's what's been missing in pro wrestling for a minute, and I feel like we haven't got that.
And they won't do it for like anything except top men. You know what I mean? Women can't have a storyline unless it's for a championship, especially on like a pay-per-view. You're not going to have that. Tag teams, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no tag team rivalries, which, even in the championship matches, there's barely like a rivalry. It's just like, okay, now these guys are number one contenders. You have a little backstage argument, and then they have a championship match. It's like, that's not, I don't want to see that every time. I'd like to feel it more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we do get stuff like the TLC. I don't think it's been all bad. Like we've gotten the TLC match like on SmackDown and stuff like that, which I think was fantastic. Top third of TLC matches ever, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But yeah, like storylines are definitely lacking, I feel like. I think they're just focusing on one specific part of the roster when they need to be doing that to everything, because then everyone would care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. But no, I agree with you.
Let me ask you a question as a tag team wrestler yourself. Okay. Do you feel like it's harder to create stories for the tag division, or do you think it's just as easy?
No, it's not hard at all. Pause. It's so easy. It's just like anything else in professional wrestling. You can absolutely make that a dynamic, bro. Like with the Street Profits, with the dynamic they got going on, just being like, like they've been wrong for so long. That's why they're fucking doing what they're doing. I feel like you can easily find them something to do against somebody on that roster without a fucking doubt. I mean, and there's so many talented people, like Motor City Machine Guns. The shit that Alex Shelley was doing on the indies, the way he works, like the way he talks, they need to give him a microphone because you know, and like Chris Saban's been around so long too that I know that motherfucker can talk. So I just know for a fact that if they give them the opportunity or give them the platform, they can put on, because Alex Shelley is a fucking cocksucker on the mic. when he's an asshole, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Like he just does shit that's like unbelievable. You think that no one would say, but he says. And it just, I think the reason why I guess I'm just so frustrated is because now I look at wrestling as a wrestler and I know that they can do a whole lot more because they have all the best talent in the world. And I just hate to see that like go to waste or just like get neglected until it's like too late and they're getting cut. I think that what kind of like starts this frustration with me is just because of the cuts. I think the cut, like seeing the cuts going on, because like, have we talked about that yet?
No, we haven't even talked about
Let's talk about that. I mean, I'm frustrated as shit that Dakota Kai's gone.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest one for me, for real. I'm frustrated as shit, and I feel like, you know, I saw Cora, she was getting in the best shape of her life, and then they just cut her out of fucking nowhere. Shayna gone too, Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
She's gone too. I saw that happen.
Kaden and Katana, like
they had potential. And
they're an actual tag team, one of the actual tag teams in the women's tag division. They're like, nope,
They need to get rid of those titles, bro.
they do.
yeah, I'm starting to feel like the Speed Championship is getting more praise than the women's tag belts.
Do you guys know who the men's speed champion is right now, by the way?
Dragon Lee.
No, he lost it. He lost it this week.
Oh my God, he lost to
Go ahead.
no. Hold on, I'm trying to remember who it is.
It's awesome.
Who the fuck is it?
Who you thinking?
You said it's awesome.
It's not the Miz.
Okay.
No, it's not the Miz. It's not the Miz.
I'm about to be like, what?
The new men's speed champion is El Grande Americano.
Oh,
That's right.
yeah.
That's so
is
awesome.
right.
Okay, I'll fuck
with it.
Shit.
Big Grande.
Yeah, man. Like someone like that, like it pisses me off that Chad Gable had to go to El Grande Americano just to get more TV time. Like that brother should have won the IC title?
Yeah.
He should have won that bitch. Like it like shit like that is just like tough. And like to go back to the cuts, IC title, I think Dakota Kai should have won.
Yeah.
I love Lyra Valkyria now, and I'm actually glad that she was the inaugural, and I'm glad she's doing what she's doing. But I feel like Dakota should have won it because I feel like she was due the moment it presented itself. And then I think she got a rematch again and didn't win again. It's just like, when is enough? And I'm getting to that point to where like I'm frustrated. I think what's really keeping me locked into to you know, tuning in is just the Cena farewell. I always struggle with that. The tour that he's on right now, and I love the counter dynamic, and I love what they're doing with that. But these cuts, bro, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, Braun Strowman, don't let the door hit you.
Yo, smack his big ass on the way out. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Hey, I don't ever celebrate people getting fired. Let's never get that twisted. But Braun, what else is he gonna do? What else? They failed to pull the trigger on him back when he wasn't finished with Roman Reigns, and he's been a bum ever since that concluded. I'm sorry, I hate to say it that way, but you know what? It's the truth. Braun Strowman, he's big and he's a buster. Like, you know,
Big buster.
Everybody else though, you know, I mean, it's around that time where people get released. It just sucks to see like Dakota go. Like the most for me was Dakota. I was like, damn, dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like she has been plagued with injuries and like shit like that. That's not her fault, man.
No.
Like that is not her fault. And she has all the talent in the world. And like you said, like she should have been the Intercontinental champ.
Yeah.
And
feel
she,
like-
she was going hard
Yeah.
with Lyra in that first match
Yeah.
too. Like they were taking crazy bumps. Like
Yeah, bro.
I think Dakota should have had a chance.
They never scratched the surface with her, and like she has hella talent, bro. Like you know.
Bro, and the Gigi Dolan, bro. I feel like she was just
Gigi.
scratching the surface. She had just an
Gigi.
appearance on the Raw, and it's like, hey, this is gonna be a tag title match. Gone.
Yeah, right.
Gone.
Right. Shotzi's about to be gone.
Gone. Like
I think she is
Yeah,
gone.
she is gone. Yeah, Shotzi's gone.
Yeah, they didn't like sign her. They're not renewing her contract.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Indie bookings for days for all these women, man.
Yeah.
Like, and best believe they're all gonna take over again.
Dakota Kai is definitely going to DPW.
And she's
yeah.
gonna be the Thanos of the women's division.
She's winning the women's title day one.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna hold it for 600 days in DPW. Yeah, man. You know, it's a weird time in wrestling right now.
It
You know
is.
what I mean? I feel like the Renaissance period that we had is kind of over now.
Yeah.
I think we're just kind of here. I don't know what we call this, but
Is it becoming too corporate?
I mean, we talked about these ticket prices
Right,
already.
right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like they are prioritizing having like celebrity-ish names on these shows. Like you got Pat McAfee versus Gunther on this show, and we're gonna have Jey Uso versus Logan Paul for the World Heavyweight Championship. You know what I'm saying? We're getting you know, the CM Punks, John Cena's and stuff, Randy Orton's and you know, big storylines and stuff like that. And I don't know, it just feels like certain people that could be in higher positions, they don't feel like high position guys right now. Sami Zayn being one of them. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about being the world champion. I'm just like, I don't know.
If this storyline doesn't lead to Sammy winning the world heavyweight title, what are we doing?
I agree.
I think it goes on to Sammy winning the Rumble, then winning the world title.
You know, I told Aaron the other day, I think it's in Saudi Arabia. Sami Zayn is 100% winning the 2026 Royal Rumble. It's happening.
Oh,
it's 100% happening.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
that would be dope. I feel like Sami Zayn is long overdue for a main title. So
Yeah.
like, you know, I feel like let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm in on that.
I think Karrion Kross hit it right on the head in his shoot promo. I really do. I feel like, you know, the grass is green on the other side. Grass is green on the other side. Fuck that. Mow your own lawn. You know what I mean? Like, this is bullshit. Like, they prioritize, you know, the celebrities, like you said, they prioritize that over the fucking actual wrestlers, the people that grind their teeth, they fucking people that bust their ass. And it's frustrating as fuck. And I'm glad Karrion said something and fucking took a stand. And you know why he's getting praised? Because everyone else has been seeing it too. Yeah. Like, you get motherfuckers like do this shit, like, oh, Netflix special, oh, series, they're from fucking, oh, Love Island, oh, stand up. No pop. No one gives a fuck that they're there. No one gives a fuck that they're just awkwardly standing there. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know what? They saw Joe Blow McSchmo last week stand up and throw a finger in the sky, and they think they can do that and just get a fucking cheap pop. No, you can't. We don't care about you.
Unless you're Macaulay Culkin.
Us four could be fucking sit ringside and fucking get that same thing, but we'd get a way bigger reaction. People would actually fucking know who we are.
Big pop.
Yeah, we definitely, yeah.
We need a celebrity screen. Yo, Vibes in the building.
Yeah,
Hey,
Come on now,
those
like,
guys vibing.
Show a motherfucker like Chris Van Vliet, like any of these streamers, like you fucking have somebody like that ringside that they'll pop for that. They don't give a fuck about. I know that they're, you know, in cahoots with Netflix, whatever, but I don't give one fuck, dude.
Dude, Chris Van Vliet got a big ass pop at TNA for the.
Is that right?
Yeah, for the, you know, look who's at the show type shit that WWE does.
Good for him.
TNA did the same thing. He got a big ass pop.
Twins got a fucking thing like
Yeah,
that
they
too.
did.
Yeah, they did. So I mean,
Shout
like,
out the Twins, man.
shout out the Twins, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think I'm just frustrated. I think that's the perfect way to sum it up. It's too corporate right now. Like, and I'm gonna be honest, I blame Roman Reigns. Ever since Roman Reigns stepped out, and like now he's kind of like handing off the fucking, you know, handing the reins over to everybody else. Is I don't know. The company for me is just like it's stinking, and I hate that because, man, when Roman was a champion, like, we all wanted to see him lose so bad. There was something to invest in. Right now, I'm not invested because I know Cena is gonna hold that son bitch till he's gone, and like, with that, your biggest storyline with a very predictable end, there's nothing else for me to really sink my teeth into. Like, WrestleMania 41 for me was low key, like, probably one of my least favorite WrestleManias. Like, and I hate to say that. Like, I'm grateful I was there, and I'm grateful I got to see it and all this shit. And I love WWE to death. That's why I'm just so passionate. That's why I'm so frustrated. That's all. I'm just frustrated. I really hope that after Backlash or at Backlash, they open my eyes, and I'm a lot happier because they have so much good talent on that roster, like Chelsea Green getting fucking just the title removed off her and her entire run just abruptly ended out of nowhere. Good. Well, Aleister's black, so Zelina Vega's gonna have the title. Sweet, bro. Like, I'm cool. Like, I'm happy for Zelina. She busts her ass. She's great on the mic. She deserves it. But Chelsea just did dirty. Like, her not to be on the WrestleMania card is wild to me. Like, she is so good.
Hopefully that leads to her winning Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Chelsea Green as in money in the bank. Please let that roll. That would save it. And if you give it to someone like Zoe Stark, I'm walking out the fucking door.
Bro, they would too. They would.
Let me tell you something. What you see is what you get. Yeah, man. I don't know. We're in a weird period right now. I think we gotta wait and see.
Yeah.
I'm in this spot with WWE where, like, I'm still, like, looking forward to the shows. Like, this is, for me, like, I'm so invested still just because of match quality as a whole. Like, they don't always deliver, of course, but I feel like Raw has been consistently good match quality wise. Like, I genuinely enjoy watching the matches. I'll be honest, I don't really watch SmackDown. I just kind of watch the highlights. If a good match happens, I'll go check it out. But yeah, I think the match quality is the best it's ever been, and that's really what's keeping me locked in.
Bro, dude, Ivy Nile and Stephanie Vaquer, they had a really good match on Raw 2 weeks ago.
Bro.
Like that match I was like, okay, made me look at Ivy a little different. I'm like, okay, Ivy, Ivy can go.
Stephanie,
you know,
EO.
and obviously Stephanie, but
Yeah.
like, but yeah, they put on a good match. Yo, EO, yeah.
What the hell you smiling
She's
about?
so fucking over.
What's up?
Stephanie Vaquer.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Derriere.
Shorty want that.
Yeah, you want to take that move?
No.
You don't want to take that move?
No.
Why not?
Because my girlfriend might be watching. Oh man.
I'll take that move.
What a time.
Yeah,
Hey,
you'll
yeah.
take that move.
I'll take that move.
There you go.
I'll sell for you.
I'll sell for you. Dude, hell yeah. What?
I'll
Yeah,
take
you
it
know,
in 2K. Like,
is she in the DLC this year? When
I
is it?
think
DLC?
so.
I don't think.
Yeah, she is.
Have we
She
had a
is.
DLC pack yet?
no, yeah. I think the 14th Motor City's coming out with Julia, Stephanie, and Travis Scott. I think.
Why the fuck is it? Why do they always wait so long to drop the first DLC? Like, the game came out March.
Yep.
It's fucking May. Just drop that bitch the next month.
But it's a good pack. At least we're getting a good pack
yeah.
for the first one. Like,
But-
but they should drop shit sooner. I feel like.
Yeah, because what I'm saying
Yeah.
is by the time the fourth pack comes out, I don't give a fuck. Just straight up. What's the fourth pack?
We smoking on that 2K pack at that point.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
bro? Because they decide they're like, it's a good idea. Let's drop this fucking 4th, 5th DLC pack in October, November.
Nobody, bro. Let me, yo, comments. I'm genuinely asking, like, what is your interest level in 2K right now? And I'm not asking that because of bias. I'm asking because we've been having conversations that we feel like 2K is like kind of fell off a lot faster this year than it normally has. So I genuinely want to know: are you guys like still playing the game? That feels like the most YouTuber fucking
right,
ask
right.
ever. But I'm genuinely curious.
No, let us know in the comments for sure. Yeah. If does the game still entice you?
Yeah, like where's your interest level with the game?
Hey, we'll do Draft Wars episode coming soon, everybody. Get excited for that.
Hey, they will.
Big stipulation coming for this championship that I'll be defending for the first time in this run.
It's right after this podcast. Get ready to lose.
Oh, excuse me.
What are we
I'm
doing?
hot right
What
now,
are we
I'm
doing in
hot.
this draft wars?
Oh, you're gonna have to wait and see in the episode, Aaron.
Okay.
Let me piggyback off the last thing that Brandon said with the SmackDown. There's a SmackDown literally in my backyard tomorrow night with John Cena, and I'm not even going.
Oh, shit, it
I
is in May,
usually look forward to those events at the Nutter Center. I'm not even going. So that just goes to show my stance with the product right now. I used to be so dialed into anything. If it was in Columbus, Cincy, Dayton, I'd be locked into going. Everyone's like, "Oh, you gotta be going." I'm not even going.
Like I might get a ticket last minute because the prices might drop, but other than that,
Isn't that fucked up? Isn't that fucked up? Hey, TKO, isn't that fucked up? We're waiting for the prices to drop to go to a fucking SmackDown.
I will say Raw's coming to
God.
Cincy or Columbus or whatever in June. I want to go to that. Either June or July, I don't remember,
Yeah.
but I want to go to that.
All right, well, if I'm at the show, well, fuck. I might, you know what, to be honest, like if the prices drop, you'll see us.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
That's really it for me.
yeah, talk about everything else we need to for real. We cover
Just
everything.
Main thing, predictions. Touched on Raw a little bit. Touched on SmackDown a little bit. I think it's time to
Get to the wall.
it's time to put that on the line.
Nasty ass
Hey,
finger
Triple
off my
Crown
shit,
champion
dog.
be damn, man, right?
I guess we'll see.
Triple. What? He ain't
All
no triple.
right,
Shawty want
fresh.
to win a title.
Shawty ain't winning shit.
Jared, where can they find you?
We're gonna fight Shawty.
You can find this shoddy at YouTube. Small Afro is my channel. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Aaron,
Simply Better AM, all platforms for the Shawty.
you can find me at BD on YouTube.
You can find me at Brent Oakley on YouTube and in the wrestling ring on May 18th, taking those tag titles back. I'm gonna add another title to Fresh Meat
Fresh
side.
meat.
So.
Oh, does that mean I'd also be one half of the Wrestling Revolver Tag Team Champion?
No, we'll see you guys next time.
Shot just want to win a championship.